Okay, guys. Good evening. Even though I'm in the afternoon, but I know you're going to be watching this video from the evening, so I just have to, you know, do something appropriate. So I am asked to talk about how to turn your passion to profit. Okay, so earlier on, I was given this topic. I thought about this topic. I called it how to turn your passion to business. But then I realized that a lot of time people have this misconception that everybody have to be a business person, have to be someone who has to start a company and all of that. And I've realized that over time that is not right. There are people who are who have abilities to make companies grow. They are born for a supporting role. If a company is already running, they have this ability to drive it. So to such people, they mainly are going to be employees or maybe co-founders and thereabout. So I decided to coin the topic to fit um, to everybody that might be in this group because I believe that we can't just force people to be one. People should be able to be whatever they want to be, whether you want to be a business person or maybe you want to be a career person. All of this is a very valid thing to do. So nobody should feel that you have to be a startup founder or another should not also feel that they have to be a whatever an employee to be valid, to look good, to be respected. Everybody can be respected in any of the way. So let's get to the topic. So I'm going to share my screen. I don't know if it works with this thing, but I pray it does. So this is it. So I'm gonna share this. So I'm going to make it full screen. Okay, so because of that, we are here. How to turn your passion to profit. Now, just a little about me before we go in and start digging in on the topic. Just 1 minute. Um, okay, I've done that. I'm still in the office, by the way, so a lot of emails and calls still needs to be attended to. Okay, so my name is Roberta Edu. I know so many people have been tackling me to say, "Oh, why are you not bearing your husband's name?" Like, "Oh, you should be Roberta or Yedo Kumo," and all of that. But I've not really changed my name. So everything, my passport, my bank account, certificate, everything still remains valid. So I've not really made up my mind to change my name yet. So my name is Roberta Edu. Um, and I'm a mother, I'm a wife, and I'm many things to many people. Um, Currently, I work as a senior group head for Denso Aegis, a global media agency. I head their ICT unit in the whole of West Africa. Okay, so like I said, I'm many things, many people. There are some people that knows me mostly though as technologist or engineer Roberta. And there are also people who know me basically for just videography and photos. And some people know me as social media consultants and all. Wherever and whatever you've known me with, they're all valid. I'm just a person of many skills. So I guess you're seeing the screen. I don't think it's big enough to read. I'm going to leave this slide so you can read everything after. Okay, so the first thing I would like to talk about passion. Because we're talking about turning passion to profit now. The first thing I would like to ask is, what is passion? Because when we talk about passion, most times people just go all the way, oh, it's about me building the plane. Like they go in deeply into the big things. They start going all over the place, talking about, oh, a pilot, being another Dangote, and many other things that are not really realistic, that might not even come close to their passion or things that they were going to do. So, what is passion? Passion is simply a fuel in the fire of action, like something that you could do on a normal day that it would even look like it's work. I can also say it's like doing something you frequently do and you do so well that people know you for. That is, it might not really be that it's your work or maybe something you studied, and it could also be. So that's what passion is all about. Something you do on a normal day. Forget about the big names now. Forget about the big stuff now. Let's just talk about the things that you know, the things that you do that people know you for, your family. It could be that you know how to wash plates so well. It could be that when it comes to ironing clothes, you are top. You are number one. When your siblings are looking out to, go out, or maybe your mom wants to wear that beautiful lace, you are that person that they come to. You are the person that they come to for please, I need you to iron this thing for me. I know you do it so well. So those are the little things. So don't go looking at the big things and all of those things, thinking that, oh, my passion is to become a medical doctor. Do you like to do things in that medical line? When you see people with blood, do you feel like you want to stitch it? When you see people sick, so you have to have it in you. It's not about just studying. So passion is the raw one that is inside you. It could even be things that we do on a normal day. And it could also be something that you aspire to do. It could be you like it. You might not have had opportunity to be doing it, but it's something that you really, really like. You like to do it, you want to do it, and you can even do it for free without even getting paid. But we are not talking about how you do it for free now. We're talking about how you turn it to money. So normally when we talk about passion, the most difficult part is finding that passion. That's the most difficult part because you need to find it. Some people are in the wrong passion. They are in the wrong places, the wrong industry, the wrong places of work. They are functioning in a place they have no business functioning there. So finding your passion is really important. And like I said earlier, it's not about the big things. It's just about the things that you know yourself. Nobody can find it for you with you. And sometimes your friends can do. Because when they constantly see you do this thing, you are constantly doing it, every day you're doing it, they can also say, don't you think you should look in this way? So that is part of defining the passion. So when we talk about passion, it's not about going about chasing shadows. It's about looking inward and knowing the things that you do every day that people know you for. And I don't even know how to emphasize that enough. Sorry, Ellen, how to emphasize that enough. Okay, so like I said earlier, I decided to coin the topic to be passion to profit, because some people passion can only function as them working as employees, while some can be that they have to start their own business. When you find your passion, the thing that you know on a normal day, you want to do it, you love to do it, and you have to find it. Because some people are lazy, they're just lazy about, they do nothing, so you can't even find your passion. There are some sites that you could actually find your passion. I think before the end of the semester, I should be able to get some of those things out. But inward, you need to be able to be useful to yourself by discovering the things that are your strengths, things that you can do on a normal day, that you love doing, that when you do it, it's not difficult for you. So when you find that thing, you will now know, is this type of passion, does it suit, is it best suited in a work environment, like I have to get employed, or does it need me to start a business, to start doing it? Because it's not about, we're talking about profit here, money must be made. It's not about forming that you need to be on your own. You need to be your own man. Sometimes you even need to start the passion as a career to get, so you get all the experiences that you need to run that passion on your own. So sometimes you don't actually need to just start out immediately on your own. You might need to start it from a workplace. With that, it will give you time to learn, it will give you time to make mistakes and correct them, and see the kind of things that you might not have known if you have gone into it straightforward. So you have to, when you discover your passion, you have to be able to dissect that part. Whether you need to start the passion on your own, or you need to start it as an employee first. Envisioning mode of your passion. When you is not enough to just have a passion. When you have a passion, you have to start, you have to now draw it. This passion of mine, how far can it go? Where can I take it to? Is it profitable? And the next one I want to add, which is very important, especially when it comes to us, is this your passion? Is it in alignment with your values? When I say values, is it in alignment with your values? Is it in alignment with your spiritual, emotional, and family values? Because you can have a passion. Okay, let's say your passion is dancing. As a child of apostolic faith, when you look at the entertainment industry and you say that your own passion is dancing, do you think that is something that is really going to align with your spiritual values? You want to see yourself, will your parents be proud of seeing you as a backup dancer for Whiskey? Will you be able to pick up jobs in the music industry as a backup dancer or as a dancer? What kind of dance are you going to do that you'll be able to make money? So those are the things you need to think of. There are other ones. I'm just using this one as an example because you can have a passion that does not go in alignment with your own values. That if you want to chase, you lose yourself while chasing your passion. So you need to study the industry of your passion. Is it profitable? My passion, is it in alignment with my own skills and my strengths? You can imagine if Cobhams, we all know Cobhams to support the blind singer. You can imagine if his passion was to drive. At least we know, I don't know how he sees, people say he does, but he's blind, and then he has a passion that he just likes driving. How do you think that is going to work? For him to get into the car and start driving, or you want to be a pilot? So your passion has to be in alignment with your skills and strengths. So don't just come off, my passion is to be this. Do you have it in you? Does your skill carry it? Does your strength carry it? Some people cannot stand the sight of blood. You want to be a surgeon, but you can't stand blood. When you see blood, your own is, oh my God. So how is it going to happen? Are you going to be having surgeries where people don't spill blood? So these are the things you need to really go into so that you will not be working on the wrong passion. Or don't force a passion on yourself because the passion, the skill or the industry is fresh, the industry is making it, everybody is there and is making it. No, it doesn't work like that way. And this is your passion, is a market for you where you are. There are some things that will work in Nigeria that have markets in Nigeria that does not have markets in the US. There are some that it's just like you take your inverter business down to the US or Canada. How how do you think you're going to make money? Or power energy business to, after if NEPA takes light, I mean PHCN or power company takes light, what they can use as substitute. How many times do they take light there? So those are the things you need to ask yourself. Is there market for it? So you will not have passion that have no market, and then you will be going on and on and on and on and on, looking for what was not lost. And then you will do a fantastic product. Your product will be fantastic, everything will be okay, but it is not in the market. There is no market, there are no opportunities for it where you are, except you move to the US or you move to Canada or you move to Ghana or wherever country, there is no market for it. So you have to understand this so that if your passion is not going to sell in Nigeria, you start looking for the places where you could sell and how you could move. Because if it's not going to work here, no matter how you do what you do here, you won't be able to succeed because people don't need it. Then after you've discovered all that we've been talking about, how is this passion going to turn to money? First thing, most important thing. Because it's not about, oh, I can hire clothes. When it comes to hiring, forget it. That is my fault. I do it. Whether you pay me or not, I do it. I need to be able to make money for it, make money, earn income with this passion. You have to think about all of that. And it started with saying, can I charge people from this ironing? How much can people pay me for ironing? And if people are going to be paying me for 100 naira for ironing one dress, how much am I going to be able to make in a day? How much can I now make in a month for a normal day? Is it profitable? So you start, is it possible for people to pay me this? So you have to do your industry analysis before you decide to delve into it. When you've done your industry analysis, and I don't want to sound so motivational speaking on words, I just want to pass the message across that passion is just like something like you knowing how to iron well and trying to make a living out of it, making money out of it. So you look at the environment where you are. A dry cleaning business might not sell in the village, where people wake up by 9 and then they just take back to the office in 10 minutes. They wake up to iron their own clothes. But if you were in Lagos, in some part of Lagos where people don't even have time to eat the food that they struggle to make, you will know how vital it is if your passion is ironing. So in such a place, you know that there is market. There is market in this my passion. This ironing, it works in Lagos. People will hire you whether they like it or not. You've studied it, you know how much, you look at it, you calculate it. How many people live in this environment? If I was to capture 2% of these people to be hiring clothes for them, how much will I be able to make? At least I should be able to make 100 naira in a month. And then from the 100 naira, I should be able to increase to rise to a social amount. Very realistic something. So when you've seen that your goal is realistic, they align with your values, is profitable, You don't have to do a plan. You cannot just sit down having goal. If you have a goal without plan, it's almost like you don't have a goal, a passion. You have to begin to tell yourself, how do I go about it? Hmm? So you have to do a smart plan, which is why they call it a smart plan. The smart means that it has to be specific in such a way that this is it, this is it, this is it. What do I need to do? Do I need to go and start learning more to enhance my skills? Because some of these skills, they come naturally to us. But we are not in an untapped world. We are in a world that is ripe. There are some passion that is already right, but we won't say because people are already doing it, you can't, and it's your passion and you can't start. So you can start it. But you have to ask yourself, do I need to enhance this skill? Do I need to get certification for it? Because there are some things you cannot just do. There are some things that you need certification to do it well. So do I need certification to do it? Or do I just need to go and learn about it? And I think that in Nigeria, we spend too much time paying for things. The internet is so rich that there is almost nothing you want to learn today, as of today, that you cannot learn it on the internet free. But people just like to subscribe to things with money. So it sort of delays your progress, your growth. You can learn everything online, free of charge. YouTube is there. There are some other educational resources site that you can go to and learn everything you want to learn. Go learn it. If you need to enhance your skill, enhance that skill. Because if your passion is to make akara or cake, there are so many people doing akara or cake. But you will not kill your passion because so many people are doing akara or cake. Because there is a market for it. But you have to enhance yourself so that when you come out, there has to be something in addition to that is not already in the market that you're bringing. So think about that thing. And all of this will have to fall in a plan. When do I have to go enhance myself? When do I need additional training or certification? Specifics. When do I start making my first cake? Do I look for a job in a cake shop or in a dry cleaning company to start to see how this thing is working out before I start mine? So don't just jump into it. Do I do an internship somewhere? Sometimes you need to do an internship even if you cannot find a job in that industry. It might even be a free internship so you know the business of your passion. Because it's not about discovering the passion. Discovering the passion is one. Taking it to the next step is another thing. So when I'm done doing my internship, what am I supposed to do during the internship? You put it down. At what date? It has to be specific, it has to be measurable. Don't just come up with things. I want to have been the best nutritionist in Nigeria by 2020. How? I would have made 20 cakes. I would have done 20 trainings. I would have gone for 5 seminars on this. I would have done this. So, but at the end of the day, you can check whether did you complete the 5 seminars you promised to do? Have you finished doing 20 cakes that was on the plan for you to do? Because the more you do it, the better you get. Is it attainable? The plan you're making. So you don't just waste your time and resources doing a plan that you can't even achieve. Where are you? How much do you have right now? What training and certification can you afford? How many cakes can you bake in a day? Don't go saying I have to make 100 cakes in a day. You know it's not possible for you to make 100 cakes in a day. I'm just saying, using the cake as an example. And don't choke yourself. But sometimes it's realistic that on a normal day, if I'm serious, at least I can make 20 cakes. So 20 cakes a day. Because it has to be something that's achievable. It's not just, and it has to have time. The plan have to have time, which is why I'm using this calendar. Monday, Wednesday, the 11th of May, 23rd of June, 2020. So when all of these plans are together, you have to now break it down into tasks, doable things, small, small plans. If it is like the way we do plan in our office, you have the objective and the goal, the vision, you have the plan, and then the tasks under it. So if I'm making 20 cake a day, is in the plan. Do I need to get sugar? Do I need to get water? Do I need to get the flour? Do I need to start? What time do I need to make sure that the flour is ready? What time do I have to make sure that the cake is ready? What time do I have to make sure that I start baking into small, small pieces? So that by 12 o'clock, you know that flour is supposed to have been in place. By 2 o'clock, you know you're supposed to start mixing. By 4 p.m., the cake's supposed to be in the oven. Break it down. Don't leave tasks in that structure tasks. Then after you've done the plan, you've broke it down to tasks. One of the most important thing is that you take action. Because people like to talk. People, when it comes to talking like this, oh, some people are so good at it. Strategy. This is how we're going to do it. The plan. Oh, we are going to build mountain. By the time we do this, aeroplane will fall. But move from the talk to action. That's where we are all lost. And it's always usually so difficult. So you have to fight it with everything in you to make sure that you take time. Because just like this quote, the difference between dreamers and doers is that doers take action. If you don't take action, you continue to be a dreamer. 20 years to come, you're still dreaming. Oh, I dream to do this. I want to be the best cake designer in Lagos by 2024. But as we speak, does nothing. I want to be the best by click of as we speak, does nothing. Part of the action is if you know that you want to start this career, this passion as a career, at least first, or maybe you want to even start it as a business, you need networking. You need to. I think that maybe if I have time or any other time, I could do a topic on how to build connection to achieve what you want. Because I know that so many people sometimes they have a passion, they know they have an idea, but networking to take this idea to from the person from them from the ideas from themselves to who needs to have that idea is a very difficult thing. For example, I tell you something. When it comes to taking your passion to profit, I've done it both in both ways, both in turning it to business and in using it in career. For example, when I started out, when I left school, the first thing I started out with was web development, app development. That was because app development was involved. We came out and it was marketed to us as the best thing. I wanted to do something that was involved. I wanted to do something that is good. I went on hard for it. In those days where you still have the very solid ICT trainings in Nigeria, I went out, spent millions of naira, got that training. I became a developer. I got a job as a developer. My first job was as a developer. I left, it was in the bank. I left the bank, went to a security company, worked as a developer. It was an interesting job. As a matter of fact, I did a lot of apps for the National University Commissions. The current software that Lagos State University is using for their results verification, automatic results verification, I did develop it for a company called Risk Control. So it was an interesting job. But I found that during the time that I was doing this job, that I had more interest in other things that was not development. I had huge interest in IT security. I'm always going all out to make sure that people are not hacked. I'm always trying to help people secure their computer, their phone, and all sorts. So I felt like my passion really is in that IT security part. But I had a job as a developer. What do I do? I need to take action, right? I started enhancing my skills in web development, in IT security. I did courses, I got certifications. I started doing it for the company that I was. Because when it comes to taking action, you're not just going to sit down there and say, oh, I have this passion, I know how to do this thing, I wish companies to come and employ me, I wish people will come and give me business. It doesn't work that way. So I started looking, you have to make sure that your passion is solving a problem. I started looking around. Where can this my ICT security skill be applied? That was the question I asked myself. Then I started checking industries that would need it. When I did, I started checking these industries. Are they really utilizing their IT security skills? Are they doing it well? Is there anything I can add to them? Then I picked an industry that I had interest in, that I know that I really needed IT security services. Then I networked to get the emails of the people that matter, that will be able to. I still think that I don't want to elongate this presentation by going on to that networking part. And I hope that I have time next time to do this. So I sent a mail to these companies, 6 of them, telling them the need for IT services in their industry, telling them how they are doing, explaining how they are doing it currently to them, the risk they are currently facing, and what could happen if something is not done about it, and how I can help them. I tell you, 3 of those 6, out of the 6 companies, 3 responded less than 24 hours. The other 3, I think it took less than 2 weeks. They were already calling me in to come and give them presentations and tell them what I needed to do and how I could do it. So that is what I'm trying to say, that in taking action does not mean that you just sit down. Enhancing yourself is part of it. Networking yourself to the opportunities is part of it. Seeing where opportunities are, because you have to be able to see where you can solve the problem. That's why I had to split it, because some people passion might not really work on their own. They might need to do it as employees. So how do we approach them? Don't go telling people, oh, I need a job in this company, I know I'm good enough. No, what problem can you solve for that company? What problem are they currently having that if you were to be employed, you will solve it? If I tell you and I've done it and it has worked for me and it does work for the people that I've groomed, if you find a problem and you find a company or an organization that stand the risk, if they don't call you to come and solve the problem, if you find such company and explain to them, you will get a job, whether as a consultant or as an employee. That is the part we still do not get in Nigeria. That degrees don't get you jobs. It is your idea, what you could offer, that will get you a job most of the time. So when you start taking action, don't start taking action from bottom up. Very important. Like I said, when I discovered my passion in IT security, I could have just moved to say, oh, this industry, you have this issue. If you allow me, I can do this for you, without me having the knowledge. Because these questions will come up. Are you certified? What makes you think you can do it? Who certified you? What ideas you have? What have you done before? Because after I enhanced my skills in IT security, I started practicing it in the place where I was working. I started using it. I was asking people and on asking myself, doing things. People even started knowing me as an IT security expert. I went to get myself certified. Then I started telling companies what makes a stand they don't put me in their midst. So your actions have to have a plan. So you know that when you finish doing this, you're going to move to this. When you finish doing this, you're going to move to this. Because action without a plan is a waste of time, money, and resources. So you could imagine if I have gone to the companies, tell them they have issues, and they invited me in, and I can't prove to them that I can offer these services or that I'm certified in any way to offer it. Your own might not be like this one, but you have to find a way to put your plan action in a beautiful plan that will not make your opportunity come when you're not ready. Because what you're looking for is an opportunity. And when you have it, you have to have it when you're ready, when you are able to take care of it. If not, you have people say, oh, you go and advise someone to do something, they will find out that you are not good enough, and they will get someone else that was just sitting down on his own that was ready for the opportunity to come and do it. So after all of this, you found your passion, you've written it down, you see that there is market for it, you know whether you want to start it as a business or you want to start as an employee, you've taken the right action, you've done your plan and turned it to tasks, you need to be able to track it. Because without tracking, how will you know if you're doing well? You need to know that, okay, I've done this, this is the result I've gotten. Because if you don't track it, you don't know whether you're really doing well, whether you don't add to what you're already doing. So you need to track it. This is what I did that brought this result. It was these 3 things I did that brought this result. It was these ones I did that caused these mistakes. Because you cannot achieve what you cannot measure. Because it is that measurement that will put you in track. Then, in whatever thing you're doing, whether as an employee or whether as a business, so if you're trying to make money from your passion, you have to be flexible. It's only God that does not change. Time changes. You can see nobody envisaged that this kind of thing will happen in the world today. That we all will be learning online like this. So you have to be flexible, be ready to tweak things. You might have planned that this is going to be like this. I'm going to do like this. But then things happen. It could be a pandemic, it could be time, it could be growth, it could be anything. So you have to be able to adapt easily. Don't be a stiff human being. No, I've planned that I will do it this way. I can't do it more than that. You will do it for yourself only. Because you have to be flexible. When I started doing IT security, I got my dream job of IT security. I was doing it, I was getting paid. Then at a point, the industry where I was doing this ICT security started needing digital media more than even the ICT security that I was doing for them. I had to adapt. I was still doing my IT security for them, but I just added social media and digital media as an add-on. And because of how flexible I was and how I was able to quickly adapt to that change, I was now open to a lot of opportunities that have now helped me to be doing my personal things. So you have to be ready to adapt, ready to change, be flexible, add things. Add if you need more knowledge, be adding that knowledge. If you need more certificate, be add. If your job or your passion requires that, you must be adding more certificate, add it. If you need that, you have to be learning new things on the go. Like we in IT, we are never professional of anything. Most of our professional certificates have years on it. Because it could be the best network expert today, but tomorrow, by the time the new switches, the new technology, the new software comes out, you won't even know where to start from. So most of our certification have years that it expires, and you have to renew again if you must stay in the business. So that is how every industry, I believe, is. You have to adapt to changing things, and be ready and eager to. Don't say, no, that's not how we used to do it. Nobody has time for that. Everybody just wants to get their problem solved. So if you must make money consistently from your passion, you have to be flexible. So I leave you with the summary You have to envision, to know your passion, bring it out, assess it, and know that it is working, that it can work in your own market. Then build a plan, a smart plan, like I said, and then action. Make sure that you're taking action, not just sitting down doing plans and dreaming. And then track your progress. Are you doing well? Do you need to do more? Do you need to reduce? And then be flexible. Thank you so much. If you have any question while I'm still on the online forum, you can drop it, I'll answer you. But for every other question after this time, you can send it to my email, redu54@gmail.com. Thank you so much. I love you. Go on and succeed. And